Thank you for joining Video Fit Solutions. Today we're reviewing the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and resulting tsunami in Japan. Please like, share, and subscribe to Where in the World is Frank and Gina on YouTube. God bless. A tsunami is a series of ocean waves that send surges of water, sometimes reaching heights of over 100 feet or 30 meters onto land. These walls of water can cause widespread destruction when they crash ashore. Tsunamis are giant waves caused by earthquakes or volcanic eruptions under the sea. Out in the depths of the ocean, tsunami waves do not dramatically increase in height, but as the wave travels inland, they build up to higher and higher heights as the depth of the ocean decreases. The speed of the tsunami wave depends on an ocean depth rather than the distance from the source of the wave. Tsunami waves may travel as fast as jet planes over deep waters, only slowing down when reaching shallow waters. While tsunamis are often referred to as tidal waves, this name is discouraged by oceanographers because tides have little to do with these giant waves. On March 11, 2011, a 9.0 magnitude earthquake that had an epicenter of 45 miles east of the Okishia Peninsula of the Tohoku region that lasted 6 minutes. The resulting devastation and tsunami is what follows. As mentioned earlier, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck in the Pacific Ocean off the northeast coast of the Tohoku region of Japan's Honshu Island on March 11, 2011. An estimated 20,000 people were killed, and close to 500,000 people were displaced or evacuated. In addition, a nuclear power plant had a meltdown, which triggered another emergency. Aside from the devastating loss of life, the economic impact of the resulting earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear meltdown is estimated at $360 billion. As passengers rushed to board their flights, the tsunami caused widespread panic even in the airport terminals. The 2011 tsunami was the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in Japan and the fourth most powerful earthquake in the world since modern record keeping began in 1900. The earthquake triggered powerful tsunami waves that may have reached heights of up to 133 feet in Miyako, Tohoku's Iwate Prefecture, in which the Sendai area, the waves were estimated to travel up to 435 miles per hour. Residents of Sendai had only 8 to 10 minutes of warning, and more than 100 evacuation sites were washed away. As with some of the residents, some of them were never found. Snowfall which accompanied the tsunami and the freezing temperatures hindered rescue workers greatly. As the raging waters continued through the cities, destroying everything in its path, onlookers could only watch in horror as they watched their homes, their entire towns, and belongings totally destroyed and washed out to sea. Aside from the deaths from the raging waters, the tsunami caused the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, primarily the meltdowns of 3 of its reactors, the discharge of radioactive water in Fukushima, and the associated evacuation zones affecting hundreds of thousands of residents. The degree and extent of damage caused by the earthquake and resulting tsunami were enormous, with most of the damage being caused by the tsunami. Video footage of the towns that were the worst affected shows little more than piles of rubble with almost no parts of any structures left standing. Although Japan has invested the equivalent of billions of dollars on anti-tsunami seawalls which line at least 40% of its 21,593 miles of coastline and stand up to 39 feet high, the tsunami simply washed over the top of some of the seawalls, collapsing some in the process. In closing, the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan still remains one of the most deadly natural disasters in human history. Please like, share, and subscribe to Where in the World is Frank and Gina. God bless, and rest in peace to the victims.